Hello, my people. Lady Rose here. Happy Saturday. To all my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. So today we're going to talk about these royal reporters. They're so mad. They are so pissed that Meghan went to Nigeria as Duchess of Sussex. She returned as a princess of Igbo land. You know, they are so mad. I mean... And then I found a sister who made like a good statement. We want to pray for Harry to become the King of England. Got to do something. Let's listen to this sister. She's so cool. Let's listen.
Harry's no monster. And I love Prince Harry. And Prince Harry should be king. He should be king. Prince Harry, not William. William and all of them in there, Camilla is the wicked witch of the devil himself because she is part of why Princess Diana is not here. I do not like them. I am from the islands. And we don't need them in the Caribbean. Get lost. Demolish the monarchy. This is 2023, okay? And I will support Harry 100%. I do feel for him. Yes, I do. And everything in the book is the truth. And Charles is the monster, not Harry. Harry's no monster, not Meghan. He's bringing the story out right now. They are evil people. They are not nice. Behind the wall, we all are one human being. And behind that wall there are no difference with me and you and any other Brit. Give the people back the money. They are just welfare recipients, living off the taxpayers of the British people. And the British people are stupid, supporting that nonsense monarchy. It is nothing. It's just a title. It means nothing, a title. I'm angry at them.
I really needed that laughter. Did you all hear what the sister said? She doesn't like Camilla because Camilla is the part of why Diana is not here. And it's the truth. She's not lying. We all know Camilla and Charles are cheaters. They are cheaters. They cheated on their spouses. They are not two people to sit down there and give people any whatever lesson. And the Brits have nothing to say. They're just praising that mistress. That's how these people roll. They will whitewash anything. Like something as terrible as this. Shame on you. Shame on you with your racism. You all need to send the jewels back. You need to send the jewels that y'all guys have in that house there. Send some of them in India and send our diamonds in South Africa. Everything you took from us, y'all need to send it back. We don't like y'all. You know one of the royal protocols? If anyone gives you a gift, do not say no. Eat whether it's small or big. Because you know these people, they're greedy. Why would you take gifts from people when you have lots of billions? I believe some horses were given to Queen Elizabeth worth 20-something thousands of dollars. Worth 2 million? Yeah, maybe 2 million, $2.5 million given by Saudi people. And when she died, her son took those horses and sold them and made lots of money out of it. Instead of helping people with that money in the soup's kitchen, you're going to visit people bare hands. Y'all ain't got no shame. So these people are so mad right now that Meghan became the princess of Nigeria. Royal titles are everywhere. We had those monarchies in Africa before you guys. You guys came and copied from us. and then learn to analyze people. You did it the wrong way. That's why something is wrong with your marriages around there. The only blessed marriage in that family is Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle. But all those other devils, what's happening to Kate? McMumbles, Missington. Let's listen to these haters. Okay, here comes.
A troubling truth is beginning to emerge after Prince Harry's solo trip to London without his wife, Princess Meghan of Nigeria. Yes, the king was too busy to see his sulky son. Just a couple of miles away, Charles could not fit Harry into his hectic schedule of 2 engagements. It turns out that, ever the loving, forgiving father, the kind-hearted sovereign, offered Harry a luxurious place to stay at St James's Palace, just up the road from Buckingham Palace. But the petulant prince rejected his dad's generous gesture out of hand in an extraordinary hissy fit over the armed police protection to which he is no longer entitled. Clearly still seething over his failed legal bid to force the state to pay for cops with guns whenever he's in the UK, the self-important Duke of Netflix dismissed St James for, and I quote, its visible location with public entrance and exit points and no police protection, and promptly checked into a hotel which somehow seemed a tad more public and a lot less safe than a fully guarded royal palace. The rest is sad history. Without so much of a sight of the king as he wages his brave battle to beat cancer, Harry attended an Invictus Games Thanksgiving service at St Paul's Cathedral before flying off to Africa to join Meghan for the gruesome twosome's weird pretend royal tour of Nigeria, which endorsed a dreadful country where female genital mutilation is rife and children are kidnapped on a mass basis to be held captive for years as sex slaves. Not once in their very regal 3-day visit did renowned feminist Meghan mention her grateful hosts' total lack of women's rights. But as the dismal duo posed for the photographers and 43% Nigerian Meghan palpably loved being loved by the adoring locals, how hurtful must this tawdry spectacle have been for poor Charles? How painful must it have been for the king that Harry put his petty pursuit of armed security ahead of seeing his dear old sick dad? And when will his Montecito Majesty realise that as long as he dodges his frontline royal duties and faffs around in sunny California, he will never warrant the same protection as his hard-working relatives who put in the hours all year round? After his first attempt to sue the British Home Office flopped, the litigious prince appealed and lost again, badly. In a stinging courtroom address, the judge, Mr. Justice Lane, reminded Harry's highly paid lawyers that their VIP client had comprehensively lost his original suit and had...
This alone, did y'all hear this guy? I wonder what kind of journalism this guy really did. Wow. Wow. The lowest of all of them. Did y'all hear what the guy said? Harry's wanting the security for the people, but for the working royal, the people who really do their jobs. Through this year, how many times have you guys seen those people in public going to any engagement? How many ribbons have you seen them cutting this year so far? Well, last year, how many? The hard-working royals. That's what he calls them. These people are really getting paid. Because you wouldn't just kind of have a mask on your eyes, barrier, whatever you have, whatever. Do you guys wear wooden glasses that doesn't permit you guys to see around you? The hard-working royals, where do they work? I mean, those people get money from public services for doing nothing for their people. Those people are on welfare. They got no jobs. They get paid for by your tax money. How much money did Charles work for in his all his career being a prince, being the son of the Queen Elizabeth of England? What kind of job did he do? I mean, these people inherited everything, even toilet they're pooping in. They inherited all those ones. They never worked one day for one thing in their lives. And everything they have, they're all the expensive whatever. They're all stolen from abroad. Every expensive object in that home there did not come from them. It was taken from some other country, from somewhere. The Prince of Montecito, yeah, he will be the Prince of Montecito of Hollywood, California. Meanwhile, you all guys are bored in your island there and stressed up to the core. Now you're mad that Meghan is the princess. Well, y'all said you did not want to give Meghan your title. You were stupid titles. Your nonsense titles. Your lazy people's titles. She got bestowed by 4 kings in my motherland. Yes, in Nigeria. Now you mad? And do you think saying that she's the princess of Nigeria, it's a painful thing? I mean, we had kingdom before y'all guys. Everything that y'all guys have there, you copied them from us. We had kingdoms which never used to run slavery like y'all guys. How did you build? How did you build your country? How? Y'all ain't got no shame. Meghan is the princess of Nigeria. If they pain you, it's hurting you so bad. It's gonna hurt you till the end of your life. Let's listen to these people. So in this video, there is one of the brother, the black brother, who is gonna kind of defend Meghan, but I do not, because I did not really watch the thing to the end. We're just gonna watch it all, listen to it all together here. Because I heard like he was kind of defending Meghan, but it could be some type of, I don't know, maybe a joke. But let's.
Failed on all of the pleaded grounds, and his chances of ever getting a more favourable decision, according to the judge, and I quote, were frankly hopeless. Judge Lane then ordered crestfallen Harry to pay more than £500,000, £500,000 of the government's legal costs. Add to that his barrister fees, and the Clown Prince has blown a massive £1 million on this pathetically lost cause. And now, to prove that a fool and his money really are soon parted, he plans yet another appeal. This preposterous man-child's pride and arrogance has taken precedence over even the slightest semblance of common sense. Haughty Harry's obsession with his dwindling status and this doomed endeavour humiliates him and embarrasses the royal family, something they could do without, while the £1 million on this pathetically lost cause. And now, to prove that a fool and his money really are soon parted, he plans yet another appeal. This preposterous man-child's pride and arrogance has taken precedence over even the slightest semblance of common sense. Haughty Harry's obsession with his dwindling status and this doomed endeavour humiliates him and embarrasses the royal family, something they could do without while the King and Kate are both seriously ill. But will Harry think of them as he ploughs relentlessly on? I wouldn't bet on it. Well, Simon, your thoughts on that? I've got a point, haven't I? I mean, why doesn't he give up this pathetic pursuit of armed security? This is not to do with his safety, because he jetted off to one of the most dangerous countries on the face of the earth after this. It's to do with his status. He's basically saying, why can't I have guns and the cops like all of my relatives do, like the King and William? That's all it is. It's about status. He's got nothing left in his sad little life to cling on to. Am I right?
No. Of course you're not right. However, I am going to shock you and say that this is a lost cause, and he needs to walk away.
Well, that doesn't shock me, because it is common sense.
With some dignity.
When it's over, it's over.
Yeah, with some dignity intact. I think that the reasons for him wanting the protection are not so much ego, but I think that sort of commentators like you, who continually attack him, and other people in the press as well, and the general public, probably make him feel quite paranoid about his safety. And I think it's probably a reasonable thing to feel that he may be under attack.
Well, if I'm upsetting Harry,
However, I do think that, as you say, a fool and his money are easily parted, and this just kind of looks a bit foolish to carry on doing this. I do take issue with the king snubbing him. It's come out that has happened.
No. The king offered him St James's Palace, and when he said no, I'm going to go to a hotel, the king said, right, I'm busy.
Sorry. So I do take issue with the idea that the king sort of said, with you saying that.
Well, that's what happened.
I do, because I don't think that Harry trusts anybody, and now that it's come out,
even his own dad.
That is feelings. That's another reason the king didn't want to see him, because they don't trust saying anything to this guy, because him and Meghan go straight to the papers.
Exactly. I do not blame Charles at all. Can you imagine? Anything he says to him might be blasted on the next Oprah interview, might go into a 4-part series that Tyler Perry produces. We don't know. He might talk a little bit about what Kate's going through.
So the guy who was defending Prince Harry is the one black brother. But did you hear what this white lady said? If they do let Harry to come in there, she might discover what's going on with Kate. So guess what? These people are not too smart. They're leaking the news about Kate by themselves. What's going on with Kate? That we don't already know. Had Kate really had a big C, would that be a secret for Prince Harry to know? Yo, did y'all hear that part? The lady said they probably didn't want to let Harry to come there because he was gonna tell on them about what is going on Kate. I'm starting to believe all these medium ladies around here. What do you call them? The tarot card readers? I don't know if anything they do say is the truth, because I don't know if I believe in that thing. I believe in Jesus Christ. Yeah, I believe that Jesus, even though they're bringing us that white Jesus, I've been praying for that Jesus for some minute, and everything's been going good for me. So I don't really believe in tarot card readers, but right now here I'm kind of starting to think twice. There is something with that Kate that them people be hiding. They do not want Harry to come there because he's going to blow the cover. We are waiting for the spare 2 and 3. Harry, you're going to need to do something, brother. You're going to need to do something. Yeah, you need to sneak up in that home there. You know? You need to do something to spill that juice. I can't believe when the people of England watch all this and they have nothing to say. They are backing these people up. You know, they call this thing television. The television is telling you vision something. And they kept those people asleep and poor, underpaid, so the people won't be worried about them. Meanwhile, these royal people's salary kind of got increased 45%. It's the recession. People have no food in England. There are lots of my queens and kings down here in our comment section telling me lots of stuff about that place. Basically, these people's salary got increased, their royal family's salary. 45%. Can you imagine that? I believe the people of England are just enjoying that. They are just enjoying being under control under these people and brainwashed. Because remember, these people's family brainwashed the entire world. They brainwashed the Caribbeans, the Africans, everybody's brain got washed. In the slavery, same. They have tactics how to control people. They have them written somewhere in the books. And you know, when you keep people poor, people won't really bother about other stuff. They are worried about what they're going to eat. That's how these people are controlling that country. And one of the subscribers here told me they got more food banks than they ever had before in Britain right now. Guess why? Because these people Brexited. And they don't know why they Brexited. What was the cause? You said you're going to leave the European Union. And you're capable of taking care of yourselves. You know why they got out of the European Union? This is my assumption. Because they wanted to control y'all. Because if they violated human rights, the European Union wouldn't let them fly. So they had to Brexit themselves to really control y'all. So these people Brexited. Remember the Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Y'all ain't got no safety, no shelter. I saw grandmothers in wheelchair in Britain. They have nowhere to sleep. Those are retired women who worked their entire lives. Has nowhere to go. Not even getting money from the patient. That's what they call it there. The lady came on Twitter or on whatever one of the platform, but they posted her on Twitter. So do you see what those people are doing? They are violating y'all guys. And meanwhile, you're sitting down there clapping for them. McMumbles is missing. The Missington. How long has that been? And nobody's saying a word. Nobody. Y'all are quiet. Because guess what? You are controlled. These are the media that you guys have to deal with. The TV channels. This one here is called the Talk Something TV. I'm going to put the link to this video here so y'all could watch the full thing. I'm going to put it in the description box. So these are the people controlling your minds. And you sitting down there believing in them. How sad is this? Let's continue. My video won't be too clear because I did open my car door. It's getting too hot here. I do not want to get a heat exhaustion and collapse. Because when I'm trying to put the AC on in the car, it's giving some terrible sound on the video. So I'm just going to keep it like that. If my video is going to be blurry, but at least you're going to hear my voice. All right, queens? All right, my kings? Yeah, let's continue with these people. Missington McMumbles.
A little bit about what Kate's going through. Who knows where that's going to end
But
up?
who's leaked this then? Somebody must have leaked that the king offered him somewhere to
Harry's
stay.
very
so who
famous.
leaked it?
Harry's very famous for leaking a lot of things
so
that make him look good.
So Harry
Well,
leaked
I'll
it.
tell you, Samara
That
and
doesn't make
Simon.
sense.
I'll tell you, Samara and Simon, who first got involved in leaking stuff. It was Harry, who after petulantly checking into a hotel when he was in London, released an official statement saying, "Sadly, the king's too busy to see me."
He got there first.
Yeah. He tried to preempt the truth, and
Yeah.
the truth.
I don't think that's leaking. I think that's spinning. And I think that...
Okay, all right.
Right, then you've admitted
I
it.
stand corrected. Pathetic spinning, right, Samara?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Harry is the king of the spin. All the quotes that they give to the media through their sources are clearly all by them. They're not very good at checking, what did they say? What did the palace say? They say things that it's exactly what Meghan would have said. It comes straight from her mouth whenever they give these sources that are so-called from their side.
However,
It makes no sense.
by the way, talking about official spinning, when they got to Nigeria for their very weird pretend royal tour,
Half in, half out.
3 days, what were they doing there? Nobody knows. They released no fewer than 8 press releases to say what a triumph it was.
Because they're not doing press conferences, which is what
Thank
happens.
God.
Which is what happens on normal tours. So you put out a press release instead. It's there, written down. It can't be spun. It can't be misconstrued in another way. And to come back, we do know that other royal offices of the King and the Queen and William and Kate were also spinning and leaking their own stories as well. That has been proven.
You're right. I mean, the royal family always deny that they spin at all or that they talk quietly to newspapers, but they do.
Yes.
Well, a lot of the time it's in reaction to a lot of what Harry's been putting out there. I mean, sorry.
okay,
but,
so 2 wrongs that make a right then.
well, no, but...
I've always felt that they do, actually.
But that's why you failed maths.
We got the second part right.
Sorry, when Harry publishes an entire book going into very, very private things about his family...
And his dick.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I didn't want to remember that, but now I have. And I think that basically they have a little bit of a right to put little things out there to try and control the narrative because they're not allowed to publicly say anything.
You might be too young to remember the Dimbleby interview that Prince Charles did, where
It's a
he
little
was...
bit patronising.
Yeah, all right.
Probably too young to remember.
I know my royal stuff, Simon, but all
Okay,
right.
do you remember that interview that Prince Charles did with Dimbleby?
Yes, I've watched it on YouTube.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the royals are used to doing interviews. Diana did it. The Duke and Duchess of Windsor did it. Charles...
So guys, these people, did you all hear what they said? The black brother said the royal family is used to leaking the thing by themselves. And the tabloid guy, because his mouth has a logo rare, he also went and agreed. So that entire family sells stories. Because guess what? I believe if that family really has money, they have that money is the value of the infrastructure. They have those palaces. I do not believe they have some significant money that really belongs to them. All of them sell stories to get money. All of them are in dark businesses to earn money. What happened to Thomas Kingston? What happened to him? I'm starting to believe there is some kind of dark business that kind of did something and unalived that boy. Because remember, that guy apparently was working in some kind of department there. He was some kind of a terrorist mediator or something. Hostage mediator. Or whatever name you call him. You know, those people do lots of businesses in dark. They have no morals. They sold their stories. King Charles wrote a book. and said lots of stuff about his parents, and told the world how his father bullied him. Well, but if I was his father, I'd bully that kid too, because look at him. I wouldn't bully him, but I would just call him out. But behind there, no, I'm joking. I wouldn't bully him. I wouldn't bully him, but I would tell him the truth. I would tell him to behave like a real man. His little sister Anne behaved more boy than him. The sister behaved like more boy than the brother, the older brother. Sometimes, like there are lots of stuff with those older brothers. I don't know what's wrong with them. Lots of them are really not man enough. You know what? I heard that thing happened in 1987. So some of y'all guys and myself were babies when that guy was selling his stories. There was a book. He did it secretively, but guess what? You can't really hide that much. They exposed him. So right now his son writes a book about the truth, the thing that really happened. He's acting like he's innocent because only the older white man can do bad and are still getting praised. But if the younger one does the same, but well, because he's married to a black woman, so he has no right. Yeah, if you're married to a black person in that family there, you have no right to even leave. You know, there was a statement that Harry did write about how Meghan was treated prior to them getting married in I believe in 2016. So the article was on their website, and I heard it got removed a few days ago. During this week, sometimes there I saw the thing on Twitter, but if I do see it again, I'm gonna post it for you all guys on the page here. So yeah, if you are a royal family member and marries a black person, you have no right to life. Even your history is going to be deleted. But y'all remember, we had that idea that one of the sisters gave about Meghan's wedding dress. We need to put a petition to get the sister's dress from there for her. Okay? So y'all, whoever knows how to put those petitions together, please contact me. My number is up here. Or you can send me an email to my private email. Yeah, someone is waving at me, but I'm not going to wave, otherwise I'm going to mess up my video. I'm working so hard in this heat. These people, but well, at least they have this black brother. He's trying to defend Harry and Meghan, which is good. But it's really not enough that these people are really exposing themselves out there. They accepted themselves, the tabloid guy. He accepted unknowingly that he really confirmed that the palace sells their story. Let's continue. McMumbles.
Harry has done it, and I think it's sort of you take your own bias into it,
and of course.
Going to end up.
Who's leaked?
He thinks that it's exactly what Meghan would have said. It comes straight from her mouth whenever they give these sources that are so-called from their side.
However,
It makes no sense.
by the way, talking about official spinning, when they got to Nigeria for their very weird pretend royal tour,
Half in, half
3
out.
days, what were they doing now? Nobody knows. They released no fewer than 8 press releases to say what a triumph it was.
Because they're not doing press conferences, which is what
Thank
happens.
God.
Which is what happens on normal tours. So you put out a press release instead. It's there, written down. It can't be spun. It can't be misconstrued in another way. And to come back, we do know that other royal offices of the King and the Queen and William and Kate were also spinning and leaking their own stories as well. That has been proven.
No, you're right. I mean, the royal family always deny that they spin at all or that they talk quietly to newspapers, but they do.
Yes.
Well, a lot of the time it's in reaction to a lot of what Harry's been putting out there. I mean, sorry.
okay,
but,
so 2 wrongs that make a right then.
well, no, but...
I've always felt that they do, actually.
But that's why you failed maths.
We got a second part right.
Sorry, when Harry publishes an entire book going into very, very private things about his family...
And his dick.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I didn't want to remember that, but now I have. And I think that basically they have a little bit of a right to put little things out there to try and control the narrative because they're not allowed to publicly say anything.
You might be too young to remember the Dimbleby interview that Prince Charles did, where
It's a
he was...
little bit patronising.
all
Probably too young to remember.
I know my royal stuff, Simon, but all
Okay,
right.
do you remember that interview that Prince Charles did with Dimbleby?
Yes, I've watched it on YouTube.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the royals are used to doing interviews. Diana did it, the Duke and Duchess of Windsor did it, Charles has done it, Harry has done it, and I think it's sort of, you take your own bias into it.
And of course, Prince Andrew did it with a great sense of triumph.
Yes.
What a marvellous
They never-
interview
That went really
was.
well.
Nobody ever comes out of these things. Nobody ever comes out of these things looking good, though, do they, Kev? When they do, when the royals do interviews. Not really.
They get torn apart. You're picked apart, shall we say?
Yeah.
But you're right. You did a good put down to me on the last edition of What Just Happened. When you said, when I said, is the pariah of the royal family, and you went, what about Prince Andrew? I stood corrected yet again. What are your views?
I just put it back so y'all guys could hear it really well. Did y'all hear them clearly? I mean, seriously? Yes, yeah, they did. But theirs, when they solved the story, wasn't bad enough. When Harry does it, that's when, yeah, hell need to break loose. When they do the same thing, yes, but these people, if God really exists,
Never once, as I say, the great feminist, never once mentioning the appalling lack of women's rights in that hellhole country.
Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. She's a gig economy royal. She's a millennial royal. She wants 1 foot in, 1 foot out. She wants to fly in on, probably a first-class ticket, I will say, into Nigeria.
Using private jets.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because Harry and Meghan are never happy unless they're destroying the
They
environment.
stopped doing it because the optics, But, she wants to fly in, do 3-day stint, and then fly back out, right back to Montecito, to her luxury villa that she has there. She doesn't want to be doing spates of royal, the slog, what Princess Anne does every single day.
Yeah.
She does not want to do that. So I think it's completely a lackluster approach to being a half royal so she can spin her jam pot.
Apparently Anne's got terrible arthritis in her hands because she's always cutting ribbons with opening stuff every day.
She's earning her private protection.
I went to a little function once with Prince Philip. I move in the high circles, but it was a little press function, the press club, where he unveiled a plaque. It was like 50 years of the press club or something. And before in private, he's a very funny guy. And he went to lift the veil. He went, he said, the world's most experienced plaque unveiler.
Self-aware kid.
But that's what they do, isn't it?
Great sense of humour.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that, listen, apart from the fact that you have knocked Nigeria mercilessly over the last 2 weeks, which you need to stop.
It's going to get worse.
I don't see you coming on here apologising for all the young kids who were taken away from the indigenous people in Australia. You can't go round apologising.
Sorry, wait a second.
Sorry,
Simon, how is that my problem?
All right. Can't go round every...
This little journalist who's calling Meghan millennial, saying that Meghan and Harry, they're polluting the air with the private jets to go to Nigeria. But guess what? Camilla, this one here, the mistress, the national British mistress, Camilla Parker Bowles. You know, she goes to one of you guys, the little towns there, that's like a 65 miles. 65 kilometers, not even miles. She uses the helicopter to go there. Do you know the future king of England, allegedly, WikiLeaks, Willie Leaks, he also uses helicopter to go from one palace to another one? So when Prince Harry and Meghan are traveling overseas, they're polluting the air with airplanes. Damn, these people. And the audacity. They say the Princess Anne already got arthritis from cutting the ribbons. Of course, that's why they get paid. And the ladies like Meghan needs to cut the ribbons so she could get security. That's all right. Meghan does not need no stupid security. Doesn't need no crazy, mad people. Disorganized, dumb people around her. Does Meghan sound like y'all guys? Y'all a bunch of dumb people together, mixed up in the mud. You know, I wish we did not have to follow lots of rules around here. So, why would you compare Meghan with Princess Anne? So, means now y'all guys are kind of confirming. Anne, Princess Anne, wherever you call her, she's the only person who actually works, huh? So, the Duchess Doolittle really never worked. No wonder that name really suits her really well with her husband. Work Shy Willie and Duchess Doolittle. So the aunt does the work. It came from your mouth. We're just here analyzing your own words. Your own. The words came out of your mouth, little girl. Do you think calling somebody millennial is it's whatever? It's the time that we were born. We don't sound stupid like you. Meghan doesn't sound stupid like you. All right, my people, I'm going to put a link to these people's video so y'all could watch the full thing if y'all want it. I'm going to talk to y'all guys tomorrow. So y'all, it's Saturday today, so we're going to meet on Isabella Banks tonight. All right? I love y'all. And, yeah, these people. That's how they roll. What are you going to do? That's how they've been for years. They just can't change. The double standard, it's always going to be there. What you going to do? They are always right. They can never be wrong. Only the black person can be wrong. They can ride an airplane to go to King Soopers, to Walmart. But Meghan cannot ride an airplane to go to Africa. Make it make sense. I saw Camilla in a little helicopter going to a little village. I don't know if it's called Sussex or whatever, one of the names. And they can't talk about that. And they can't even see that. And to make matters worse, they are confirming the working royal is on the end. They couldn't even mention nobody else. Or Sophie or whoever on the end. So she really does her job. And why the hell did this Charlie boy give the title to Kate? Kate, who's lost somewhere with her racism. Why would she receive some honorary whatever kind of medal that was used to be given to some doctors and professors? Y'all need to show people where Kate is at. Where's Kate? We're going to talk about Kate tomorrow. If we can't, if I'm not going to talk about her tomorrow, we're going to do it on Monday. We need to talk about Kate. All right? I love you. Bye-bye.